Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will explain how you can currently make millions of golds, how you can also get some really good gear with some high level from 493 to 506, and how you can also get some very rare mounts, all of that during a weekly event that will only be available starting from today until next Wednesday. So this is really something I would recommend you to do on all your level 70 alts, because you will be able, as you will see, to get tons of good things through this event. So the main event that we're interested in is the Timewalking event for Cataclysm that, as you can see, is starting today and that will last until the 12th of June. The one thing that is very interesting during this event is the fact that you have the raid Firelands that will be available in Timewalking difficulty, and with this raid you will also have 2 weekly quests that will reward you with some really good chests, and inside these different chests you can get some really good items. So the first thing that you want to note is of course the fact that when you're killing all these different bosses in Timewalking difficulty, as you can see, you will be able to get them in 493 high level, and all these different items can further be upgraded, and so it means that you can very easily get some of these different items. The bosses are super easy to kill and you can find some groups very easily. So this is a really good way to gear up all your different alts with some 493 high level gear. Then, of course, as I mentioned, you will have 2 main quests that you will be able to do during this event. The first one is a Shattered Path Through Time, and this one will reward you with the Cache of Awakened Treasures. And as you can see, you will receive a piece of gear with an high level 493 for your character from any of the different raids from Dragonflight. And here, as you can see, you will be able to take the quest from this guy that is located at the center of Valdraken. And all you have to do really is to kill 5 raid bosses or complete 5 dungeons in Timewalking difficulty. So when doing the Fireland raids in Timewalking difficulty, you will be able to complete this quest and get the cache. Then next to that, the other cache that is even more interesting is the cache of Timewraped treasures. So for this one, you just want to come next to the different Cataclysm portals where there is the Timewalking vendor, and in the middle you will be able to get the quest. And for this quest, basically all you have to do is to kill Ragnaros in Timewalking difficulty and get the Time Lock Cinder from him. And then as you can see, you will receive 500 Timewraped badges and the cache of Timewraped treasures, and inside you will have a chance at getting an high level item of 506, which is really good. And again, all these different items can be further upgraded, so you can really get some pretty cool items through these different cache. So the reason why this event is so good for gold making is simply because some of the loots that you will be able to get from the raid bosses, and here I only insist on the loot from the raid bosses and not from the trash mobs, but some of them will be BOEs, and it means that you will then be able to sell them on the auction house for a lot of gold. So here, for instance, as you can see, I'm going to go through some of the most interesting ones. So first you have this shield right here that, as you can see, when you get it directly from the bosses, you will be able to get it in high level 493. Then you also have this one right here, the Volcano Spike. This is a one-handed sword. Then you also have from Shanox this one right here, the Goblet of Anger. And then you have a few more items that you will also be able to sell that are just BOE items, but none of them are really as interesting. The ones you're really after are these 3 weapons, and the main reason why is simply because with all the different raids from Dragonflight, you already have a lot of different BOE items that you can get up to high level 522. But the one thing that you don't have are BOE weapons. As you can see right now, the highest high level that you can get by doing Dragonflight activities is 424, and then all the rest will be available through the crafting order system. But as you can imagine, for some people it's a little bit too annoying and they want to directly be able to buy some of these weapons from the auction house. And here you will have an opportunity to get some of these weapons with an high level of 493 and also with an high level of 506. So in order to get some of these items with an high level of 506, basically you will have to be very lucky and they will drop from the cache of Timewraped treasures. So here I really want to insist on one thing. First of all, of course, these different items will only drop for you if you have the right class and the right character. So for instance, if you want the shield from Beftilak, you will need to play a class that can actually use it. So for instance, a paladin, a shaman, a warrior. Also, when you're opening your cache from the quest, this one right here, you really want to make sure to choose the right specialization in order to have a chance at getting the right item. So let's say, for instance, again, I'm playing on a warrior. I really want to make sure that I'm selecting protection in order to have a chance at getting the shield and not over two-handed items and weapons that I'm not going to be able to sell on the auction house. And for those of you that are not really familiar, you can go here and just select your loot specialization right here. And even, for instance, let's say you're playing Arcane, you can still choose to get some loot for your fire spec. And so like that, you are guaranteed to get some of these different items. So all these different items will really be super valuable, and it will be the case until the end of Season 4 of Dragonflight, so until the release of the War Within in August. And simply again, the main reason is because you don't have other items that you can actually farm and then post on the auction house with this high level, at least for all these different weapons. And keep in mind, this event is only available for 1 week and you only have one chance per character. So it means that there's not going to have tons and tons of these items up on the auction house. And that's the main reason why usually you can, as you can see, sell them for up to 1 million gold each, especially when you have the ones with the really high level from the chests. One thing that I would recommend you to do is when you're doing the raid, basically, if some people are dropping some of the different weapons with the high level 493, what you can do is simply message these people and ask if you can purchase the item for, let's say, maybe 50,000 gold, something like that. Usually people will say yes, simply because they probably don't really know that this is a BOE item that they can then sell on the auction house for a lot of gold. And so as you can see, for instance, here, people usually just say yes. You can then trade gold, because keep in mind, now you can exchange gold and items directly with players from all around your region. So you don't need to be on the same realm. And as you can see like that, you can get some of these items for very, very cheap. And then you can sell them back on the auction house for a lot of gold. Also, when it comes to selling these different items, I would recommend you to not sell them too cheap, because again, keep in mind, you will have a few months to sell all of them on the auction house. So really, if for instance at some point the value starts to be a little bit too low on your realm, maybe just wait a little bit, hold on to your weapons. Keep in mind also, these different items always sell a little bit faster and for more gold on hyper realms, so if you can, try to sell them on this type of realms. But really, this is an extremely good way to make gold, and it will still be a good way even in a few months from now. So try to get some of these weapons. Also try to buy some from the auction house if you find that some of them are very, very cheap. And like that, you will be able to resell them later on for even more gold. Now, the last thing that I want to mention is, of course, the fact that from this chest right here, the cache of Timewraped treasures, you will also have a small chance at getting all the different rare mounts from Cataclysm, from the different raids, which is a really good thing. So for instance, from Firelands, you will have a chance at getting the Flame Talon of Alice Razor and also the Smoldering Egg of Nilgazor. Then, for instance, you will also be able to get all the different mounts from the Dragon Soul raid. So for instance, here you will have the Experiment 12B, the Reigns of the Blazing Drake, and the Reigns of the Lifebinders and Maiden. And so really, this is again an extremely good way for you to gear up your alts, make some gold, and also get some of these rare mounts, especially if you don't have them already. Okay, so let's see if maybe I'll be lucky with the cache of Timewraped treasure. So first, let me open this one. As you can see, I got this one with actually an high level of 499, which is really, really nice. And then as you can see, I can further upgrade it. And then let's see from this cache right here. And sadly, I got this one. So still, it's high level 506. And I also got this one, which contains, as you can see, another 100 Timewraped badges. But I won't be able to make some gold with this item. Still, these are both really good items that I can already equip and start using. Also, if you're only interested in this cache for the mounts, maybe for the gear, things like that, as you can see when you go here, most of the groups that you will find will actually offer some skip. So what you can do is simply join these different groups and you will directly be able to kill Ragnaros and then get the item and complete the quest. So this is a really easy way if you're only interested in the quest and in trying to get the cache and the rewards from the cache. Also, in order for you to find a group very easily, you just want to come here in Raids Legacy and you just want to type maybe TW, something like that. And as you can see, you will be able to find a lot of these different groups, and it's very, very easy to get an invite. And then the raid in itself is super easy and it should probably take around half an hour per character. So super good farm and something you can only do during this week. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!